Let's see what this is. Lust is your first enemy to conquer. Let's see what this is.
You slept with 1,000 men in 12 hours.
Yeah, well, 1,057. I hit the 1,000, and there's still 57 men queuing.
You felt bad?
I couldn't say to them, sorry guys, I know you've just put in a long shift waiting, you brought your packed lunch, you need to go home. Of course, I was like, welcome in. Like, I couldn't let them go, surely.
The devil really doesn't care so much about making men fall into lust. If you fall into lust, there's always repentance. So the demons, what they really want is not to make men fall into lust, but to fall into despair. And that's the shame that we want to conquer. They want to make us fall into despair so that we stop seeking Christ altogether. Number two, we need to understand that Christ could take lust away from a man like that. But the reason he doesn't is because the struggle is our salvation. And actually learning to properly battle against lust.
So I think I understand what he's talking about. Remember, I got a public education, but basically what they saying is how men are not only lustful for women or lustful for sex, but it's like almost like a disparity. Like some men out there, they need it so badly that they will fuck up their resources, fuck up their finances, fuck up their relationships with their family members, just fuck up everything just to, you know, please a woman or try to get a woman or spending money on women or whatever the case may be. And at the end of the day, it's all because of lust. It's not because of love or anything like that. And I say that shit all the time. Half the time, these motherfuckers that be in relationships don't be in relationships because of love. It all because of lust. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't build no connection with this person, you know what I'm saying, mentally or anything like that. You built a connection with this person physically. So now it's all about lust with this person. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like lust with a person and shit like that, that person ain't gonna always, you know what I'm saying, respect you or anything like that, or what the case may be. So a lot of men put themselves in that situation where, you know what I'm saying, they deprive for this shit. And when you stop depriving for that shit, man, you be in a way better headspace. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some motherfuckers out there that their whole goal into life, you know, when they go outside and shit like that is just to, you know what I'm saying, get at bitches all day, every day. And you just imagine, right? If that person was to sit there and put that same type of focus, that same type of mentality towards anything else, they'll be rich. They'll be a millionaire. They'll be the next LeBron James. They'll be the next Lewis Hamilton. They'll be the next, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But instead, though, they put all their time, their resources, their energy, and all power and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, just to chase pussy. Like, that's it, just to chase pussy.
Message.
And I think we all fall victim to that at some point in our lives. You know, I used to be like that too as well. I used to be a little lustful ass motherfucker. Like, man, anything that was walking my direction, bro, I was trying to jump on. Fuck the bullshit. But, you know, as you get older and shit, though, you start to realize, man, especially when you start to really start to understand yourself and really, you know, love yourself more and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not always all about that. You know what I'm saying? If you love yourself and you want to do better by yourself and stuff like that, man, you really start to get yourself in the headspace where you don't need nobody. I don't need nobody to make me feel whole. I don't need nobody to make me feel welcome. I don't need nobody to make me feel, you know, saying comfort or anything like that. And it all starts with just loving yourself, like truly understanding and loving yourself. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They truly don't love and understand themselves. They love other people more than they love their self. That's why you hear all this crazy ass shit all the time when people be getting into divorces or relationships about to break up or some shit like that. They'll sit there and be like, oh, well, if you're going to leave me, I'm going to take you out and I'm going to take myself out. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You really don't love yourself. That's some selfish ass shit right there, man. You willing to take her out and yourself? That's some wild ass shit. But, man, people really be in love depressed situations like that, man. And it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. And like I said, I think we all go through that at some point of time in our lives or whatever. But once you really start to understand yourself and really start to figure out yourself and love yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, the presence of somebody else being around you at all the time to make you feel whole or welcome, you really don't need that shit no more because you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what makes yourself happy. You know what I'm saying? You know what you need to do to make yourself a better person, you know what I'm saying, mentally, physically, financially. You know what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. It's just being in a better headspace.
If you fall into lust, there's always repentance. So the demons, what they really want is not to make men fall into lust, but to fall into despair. And that's the shame that we want to conquer. They want to make us fall into despair so that we stop seeking Christ.
Ice, what's going on with you, bro?
Number two, we need to understand that Christ could take lust away from a man like that. But the reason he doesn't is because the struggle is our salvation. And actually learning to properly battle against lust, men will learn the spiritual life. They'll learn how to pray in a way that they never would have otherwise. They'll learn how to fast. They'll learn how to do prostrations, how to read the scriptures. They're going to learn to become better, more fulfilled men because of this struggle.
You slept with the
That's some factual things. That's definitely factual right there. That's one thing that say my grandmother, man, she the only reason, you know what I'm saying, I'm somewhat, spiritual in the way that I am and stuff like that. Cause she really, drove that into me when I was younger and stuff like that. And have I been perfect? Hell no, far from it. You know what I'm saying? But, definitely, believing in a higher power, I know everybody believes in different things, whatever, I ain't trying to push no religion on y'all or anything like that. But definitely believing in a higher power, man, and get yourself in a real clear headspace, though, definitely helps. It definitely helps. Because like I said, I think we all go through situations where we feel like we're all unwanted. We feel like there's nobody here for us or anything like that or whatever. And, some of the times, man, those be tests, man. Like, are you going to push through this shit, man, and really find out your true meaning? Or are you going to sit here and cry and bicker and stuff like that and hopefully not, but eventually take yourself off the game? Like, what you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So that's the best advice I can always give people, man. Figure out yourself. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understand yourself. Once you understand yourself and everything like that, everything else is pretty much easy. You know what I'm saying? Stop being in that headspace where you rather please somebody else than please yourself. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I means you'll put everything before yourself in the sense that you'll be fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fucked up out here just to please this person. But this person don't even truly love you. That's crazy.